And good afternoon, Timmy talkers, and here I am all scrubbed up and smart. What does that mean? Obviously it's another freemasonry special, so welcome to you. Now people ask me, why am I a Freemason? I'm a Freemason because I was always deeply curious and suspicious by the organisation that everyone said with hushed words and everyone distrusted and had a very bad name. If anyone remembers from the newspapers from the mid-80s, and certain books that came out tarring all Freemasons with a very bad brush indeed. Now I'm sure that that was the case for some, but like any organisation, whether it's a football league or a dinner lady association or anyone like that, you will get people in there who ruin it. Unfortunately, that took a bit of a knock, but I think it's bouncing back. Now, what was it set up for in the first place? Well, before a time of a welfare state, you'd get like-minded individuals together. So you'll find that a lot of lodges had a common interest. So there'd be like a greengrocer's lodge or a baker's lodge or an undertaker's lodge or a scientist lodge. Like-minded people got together and they all put their few pennies in, and they then helped out another brother of that lodge who was in distress. But it was all reciprocal because at any stage somebody else could be in need of that assistance. Some lodges were for shopkeepers, and there's many lodges in this country that still meet at 3 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon because traditionally lodges shops shut at midday. So what's the point of it now? Well, the point of it now is, for me, is it gives me that one thing that, look at me, I'm like a politician pointing with my thumb, and it gives me that thing that everyone's missing nowadays. A sense of community and a sense of belonging to something. Years ago when people worked together, they go to the pub together, they go to football together. Nowadays people are very solitary. They work on their own or they work from home, or like me, don't want to spend any time with people they work with. So this gives me something that I belong to. But I don't just belong to my lodge, which incidentally was a military lodge because of the proximity to the barracks in Folkestone, and you had to be a sergeant or above to join it. Those days have gone, fortunately, because I'm a coward, so I could never join the army. But it would have had a long-reaching outside of your lodge. See, my lodge, say there's 30 people as a member of mine. Yes, I know those 30 people, but there are 6 million Freemasons in the world, and I genuinely believe and trust that I could reach out to any of them because we've all had exactly the same shared experience. We do ceremonies, which seem bizarre because they're 300 years old. We use language from 300 years ago, so they do seem odd, but everything seems odd until you start reading into it. One of my friends went to Cuba on holiday, and he noticed that the bank teller had a Masonic ring on. Started chatting to him. Within 2 hours he was in a borrowed suit in a Masonic lodge in Havana, doing exactly the same word for word that we do here, but all in Spanish. So we understood it. He stood up and sat down at the right times anyway. So that's what I've got. I just feel like such a member of a wonderful global community. I think that was the internet before the internet. That was Facebook before Facebook was invented, wasn't it? So you would have, obviously everyone goes on about secret handshakes. There were handshakes, but only so you could, in a foreign country, know who you were and where you were from. That was all it was. And like many traditions, they just carry on. So now, what we do, rather than look after ourselves, I've still got a mortgage, I still owe money on my car, I can still get a parking ticket, I can still get arrested. So there you go, that untouchable thing's nonsense, isn't it? So now we rule, Freudian. Now we just raise money for charities outside. Now I'm in something called the province of East Kent. Every area is called a province, and we have just come out of our fundraising festival. And the grand total that we've raised is £3,673,582. That's how much we, as a province, have been able to raise over the last few years. Without any fanfare, without any acknowledgement. That will be broken down to small charities rather than being given to big charities and just get lost. And the Freemasons are the second biggest giver to charity in the UK after the National Lottery. The Grand Lodge of London pays for all of the London air ambulances. They're paid for entirely by the Masonic Lodge of London. And so I'm very, very proud to be part of something that is viewed with suspicion, is whispered about, mocked, but I'm very proud to be part of it. I would recommend it to anybody who feels there's something missing in their lives. And it really is open to anybody. There are female lodges. There are lodges for people who like science fiction, Formula One, rugby, any creed or colour. You just have to be 21 years old and free to be able to join. That's it. That's it. It's not expensive. I don't think it's expensive. I mean, a pint of beer is now £8, isn't it? A packet of cigarettes is £20, I'm led to believe. So I think it's a very, very reasonable thing to do. I thoroughly enjoy it. If you were interested in any further reading, I may recommend The Craft by John Dickey, How Freemasons Made the Modern World. Which, oh, that sounds grand, doesn't it? And if anyone is interested, I've got this QR code there. You can scan that. Get any details you want. I can't recommend it highly enough. I think it's the most important thing that's happened in my life, barring children, obviously, for anyone says about that. And when I did my initiation, I knew it would be the thing I would stay with my entire life. I don't know why. I just knew it. Why do I like going? I don't know. I just love it. And I'm looking forward to it in a couple of hours' time. We've got a new brother joining tonight. He's doing his initiation. So that's always lovely when you get somebody else to join you. And that's all I can say. If you have any comments or questions, please write them in the bottom. I will answer them. We're not a secret society. We're a society with some secrets, that's all. But it's only to prove that everyone's entitled to be part of it. It's the same as if you snuck into a working man's club but you weren't a member. It's exactly the same. So nothing more suspicious than that. We all wear black because we're all completely equal. That's it. That's the only reason. We wear gloves in the lodge because years ago, you could very often tell what someone did by their hands. So the way you're treated in the lodge is completely down to how you conduct yourself and your moral outlook. That's it. That's the only reason. So we're not all secret, sneaking around in black, wearing gloves because we're murderers. We just want to be equal to everybody else in the room. It's as simple as that. So today's song is He Is by Ghost, because I don't put them on enough and I love them. So as I say, please like, share and subscribe. Any questions at the bottom? I know it's been a long one today. Was it? Well, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. It's been a long one today, so thank you for sticking with it. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.